It's so bad.
Tim, what were your thoughts at the end there with the video referee?
Well, I wasn't sure, but the referee had called no try, and I think had it been a try, I think Hall would have been celebrating, but he wasn't. They were ready for the line dropout. So I think the player told you, really. So irrespective of what England will say, if he scores, he's jumping up and down and they're screaming for try, and they all went back for a line dropout, didn't they? So I think that's indicative of what it was. I think we got the right decision.
Cam, is that how you saw it as well?
Yeah, it was pretty close, but the on-field call was no try as well, and I agree with Tim as a player. If you score a try, you're particularly in that position, with less than a minute to go, you're jumping up and down and screaming to the referee and telling him I got it down. But Hall went back and they went for a dropout, and there hasn't been many of those decisions where the field referee has called a no try and they've seen it overturned this year anyway. So I think it's the right decision here.
What were you thinking of Cameron when they were celebrating it?
I think they were trying to bluff the referee pretty much. I think a lot of teams do that when they're when it's a 50-50. But really at that stage it's out of our control. Then when it goes to the video referee, it's what can we do? It's out of our hands. So obviously, you're sort of hoping that it stays with the decision of the referee, but it wasn't really too much we could have done. Up to that point, I thought we played a pretty good game of football.
Tim, when Ben Hunt came on, it seemed to change the game. The way you used him, was that the plan?
Well, Ben was there to play in case DCE broke down, but he was also there to give Cameron a break because he's got the dual role. He hadn't worked very much at training at 13, so I've got to admit it was hard work for him to go out and have to do that, but he did a great job, So, although it made us a lot smaller in the middle, so it's something that you've got to watch, is that the stint can't be too long for him. But gave the skipper a break. He could play a little bit back off. No, he wouldn't have to chase the ball all day at dummy half, and so that extended his life out there as well. So it worked okay, but it's not something that I would say will work every week.
Tim, what did you think of England's performance?
Well, they were very good. I think they got to a lead and worked hard to protect it. They were looking for touch and things like that, but we had to keep playing, which we did. So, but no, they were strong, but very strong in the ruck. So that's going to be an interesting game between them and New Zealand next week.
Tim, they were very enterprising with the ball out wide in the first half. That seemed to carry on in the second half. Didn't you guys sort of shut them down there?
Well, we worked hard defensively from the inside to make sure that Graham pass was put under pressure as much as possible so the outside could get a look at it, and it worked pretty well most of the day.
Cameron, is there any sense of relief, or is it that you're still alive?
Well, there's always relief when you're still an opportunity to be involved in the final, but there wasn't a feeling in the camp like we're down and out and let's hope we win. We come into this game confident that we were going to play well because we prepared well. We prepared better than what we did in the first match, and we had to. We knew we had to improve on our performance from the first game. After that match and during the week, I spoke about our standards, and we didn't reach that. I thought today we did a good job. Or we took some big steps to reaching them today, and I thought the young guys did a great job for us. The three guys on the debut, Hunt, Clemmer and Mataudia, they were very good today. It was nice to see them stand up when they needed to for the team, particularly in such a great game like that. That was a great game of football. It's what Test football is all about. It's why everyone wants to play for their country, and when they were asked to do their job, they did it today.
Tell me, you're still a little anxious about points differential. You're negative 14. Is there still a chance England might be, they could beat New Zealand next week in Dunedin, and you might be steering down the barrel of a big points differential?
Oh yeah, it's I've just said to the guys, we're not playing in the final yet. We've got a big game this week, as have England. New Zealand looked scratchy on the weekend against Samoa, so Samoa really played strongly. So our issue is we've got to lift to beat that side. I can't control what's going to happen in the other game, but we'll certainly know the day before because they play the day before, but at the end of the day, we've still got to win the game and then whatever happens, happens. And I'm not counting score lines, we've just got to win the game and then we'll play it from there.
Have either of you ever been involved playing or with Australia needing to win by a certain score? To stay alive, it's quite an unusual that happens next Sunday. It doesn't happen very often, does it? You know? Can you remember a time where you had to win by a certain score?
No, but in 09 we drew first up, had to win the second and we weren't certain about the third, so although we beat France, but we had to win all three after a draw first up. So we've been in a couple of tight spots before.
Ken, what do you make of BC's performance today? You mentioned during the week you made a long time for this opportunity for Australia. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I thought he was very good today. He was more like the Cherry Evans that we all know. I actually said that to him on the field after he made that line break and then passed inside to Inglis. He spoke to him in the warm-up actually, just about playing a role that he plays every week for Manly. You know, he gets the ball off and he likes taking the line on, and he said he wanted to make more of an impact this week, whereas he hasn't so much in the past when he's had starting roles. So his involvement was great. You know, his calls, for me to get the ball to him were very, very dominant today, and that's what you need from a half. You know, not relying on sort of a guy that's been there for a while in Coops, but having options either side of our ruck, and it's great to see him step up today when we need him.
Do you feel Ben Hunt really sparked you guys when he came on camera?
Yeah, look, he was good. He's played dummy half before in the Broncos when he first started playing first grade, and he's not unfamiliar to that role, but he's got great speed. He's a dirty little thing, and give my old legs a bit of a rest anyway, and sort of ask a few questions of the English defence around the middle. So he was there on the spot when we needed him to score that 4 points for us to get us back in the match, and he's a great young player. You know, he's played tremendously well for the Broncos all season. For such a young guy, he's got quite a good temperament, and he's quite calm in those tight situations, and it's nice to see him play well in his debut.
Tim, can you tell us about the injury by Scotland?
Yeah, it was a hamstring strain early in the game, up high in the hamstring. Be doubtful next week, I'd say. Yeah, so credit to our win in playing again one short. Last week it was 2 short, so hopefully that doesn't continue. But back row we've got good options in the squad. So, forced us to use Papali wide today. He went all right there too, but he got more time, so that's going to help his game as well. So we'll sort that out, but he won't be available this week, pretty sure.
Do you think Farrell should be in trouble for the tackle on English that got put on report?
I'm sorry, what?
Farrell.
Yeah, what about him?
The chicken wing.
Should he be in
Yeah,
trouble?
should he be in trouble?
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. That's an ugly tackle. And Inglis is still not well with it, so whether it's an accident or not, it's an ugly tackle. I was disappointed in the one that went on report when the English player went over the top of Bird and ended up in a somersault type position and we got put on report. I don't know. I'm getting too old for this game with a referee putting that on report. Please.
Tim, will Greg be okay next week?
I assume so, but when you cool down after a big game, I think you'll be very sore. So we'll just, we've got a week. It's a 7-day turnaround, so that'll be handy. I think it was a cramp. Yeah, I think first game for a while and a pretty intense game, so pretty sure it was a cramp.
Cameron, that just leaves one other bloke on report, which is Sean O'Loughlin, I think, for tripping you. What do you think of that?
Oh, well, it is what it is, really. I think I asked the referee straight away, when someone throws a leg out, and whether it was just a reaction or whatever, a trip's a trip. So, again, it's out of our hands. It's up to the match review committee now to take care of that. So, he was penalised for it, so obviously the referee or the video ref seen it after the fact.
Tim, what did you think of Siani's game? Obviously, you took that clutch ball towards the end.
Yeah, that's a big play. Well, his selection was worth just that play, I think, when you consider the moment. But I think it was solid. Yeah, he was. He and young Dylan were tested, and I think he made a poor decision in the first half and came in after we'd warned him that the centre has that flick pass in his game. But he reacted pretty well. The two boys came back. Although I'm still a bit, I think that voice at the moment is from young Dylan throwing that overhead pass over the sideline. However, that aside, young guys are young guys, and they all contributed. You know, I'm not going to knock them for that. Just maybe tweak it a bit.
But what about David Clemmer on the bill as well?
Yeah, Big David, tough game. One forward down, had to spend more time out there. I thought Woods was great too, particularly Woodsy. I thought had a good game. As did Corey. Everyone stood up Sam Friday. You know, in tough conditions, the ground, we got no room on the ground at all. In fact, I thought it was bad last week. It was worse this week. You know, that's for me and Archer to sort out. But at the end of the day, I think the big fellas did well against the defence that was coming forward all day and working us pretty well on the ground.
Okay, thank you.